Alright guys, we're back for another Dokkan battle video. So today we're going to take a look at Android 16. Now, this Android 16 is actually pretty good, but again, I've said this before. I think the four new cards, the new banner cards, all four of them have very, very weird design choices, right? Now, for Android 16, I do like what they did with his card, everything, except for his typing. I think making his typing match Gohan's would have been the best bet. Now, as you guys can see, I did give 16 20 dodge because his best role here is going to be as a defensive unit and as a support type unit. 16 is not here to do damage. A lot of people have been using Android 16 as a, like, they run him on like a team with Gohan, even though 16 does not have his leader skill, like the leader skill buff, and they, oh, let's let 16 get beat up so we can easily transform the Gohan. The only issue with that is because 16 can activate the ability to guard against all attacks, I mean, he's not going to take as much damage as you might think. That ability is insanely powerful, right? So let me level 16 up, and we'll go ahead and test him out on a few events. Alright guys, so we're going to start out on the Android/Cell Saga team. Now, quite obviously, let's not even dance around it. This is where they want you to use Android 16. Like, basically, the way Android 16 is set up, he's set up for just this team right here. If I'm being honest, I feel like Tech Android 16 is probably a better, safer pick for, like, the Android category team, right? So, so I've been talking about this. I want to do a video with the homie Garesh actually talking about this, but I know he's been very busy with work lately. So, basically, them doing these insane restrictions like they did for 16 and then also for Gohan, not really Cell. Cell isn't what I'm talking about, but for Gohan and 16 with, like, certain units and stuff like that, they're doing it in a way to where they could easily release another version of this Gohan, right? Who fulfills different criteria, right? Maybe, this Gohan, like a new Gohan they would have, would be insane on, like, a Hybrid Saiyan team, right? If, more the Hybrid Saiyans are around, the stronger he gets, to where he would even be better than, like, this LR Gohan on the Hybrid Saiyan team, right? Because this Gohan can't even really transform without an android around. So, I think that's one reason they're going to these heavy restrictions like this. They realized, oh, we have covered, I don't know, 85% of the major characters in the series now, maybe 90%. We're going to have to start doing some real reruns. Like, they got to get back into it. I mean, there's still a lot they haven't done, but, like, obviously they're thinking about that. Like, all right, we got to release the 5 Super Saiyan Gokus who, like, basically fix the problem in all these movies that we haven't released yet. They're probably thinking of stuff like that. So, I expect a lot of units moving forward to be restricted like this, which is unfortunate, but, it's going to make them really ridiculous on certain teams, right? Now, number one, we have Android 16 right here. So, Android 16, if Super Saiyan 2 Gohan or Super Saiyan 1 Gohan is on rotation, Android 16 becomes a god of a unit, basically. Going through his full... Oh, I should have checked his... Oh, there's the 20 dodge. I should have... Okay, so he's just a shade under 1 million. That's good. That's actually really good considering what everything else he's doing on turn as well. His super attack looks great as well. So, 16, right? 100% attack and defense and high chance of guarding all attacks. That's what he does no matter what. Then if there's a Gohan on rotation, Super Saiyan 2 or Super Saiyan 1, 16 gets 100% more defense, and then he gives 3 ki and 50% attack to all allies. That is monstrous right there. Now, I really wish... See, the one thing I don't like that they've decided to start doing is the way that they're kind of switching. Like, so previously, think of Nail, right? Nail's really good if there's a Piccolo on the team, not if there's a Piccolo on rotation. It's such a big difference, and it hurts. If 16's passive was just that Gohan needed to be on the team, 16 becomes one of the best support type units in the game. Now, of course, he's only limited to basically just this team, but could you imagine this Android 16 floating, 200% defense, 3 ki to all allies, 50% attack? It's insane. He's insane. But, like, they really wanted to just restrict 16 the way they did, which I'm not the biggest fan of. So 16's So 16's defense is looking very similar to what a Rainbow LR Cell's defense looks like. So very, very impressive. Okay, so this is going to be perfect, by the way. Android 18 is going to get smacked around right here. this should be 16's best rotation, maybe. And then we should be able to get the transformation for LR Gohan the next time he comes back around. Remember that with Android 16... Oh, this is going to do a lot of damage right here because Cell had type advantage. So we're easily going to get our transformation off next time Gohan comes back on the rotation. That's it? What? Okay, well, they're all going to survive. That's all Cell did? Okay. He had type advantage. That Cell is AGL, is he not? Am I crazy? Yeah, he's AGL. He did 100K? Are you kidding me? All right, so 16 is up to 1.1 million. Again, really good considering everything else he's doing for the rotation. Dude. That's it? That Android 18 is a support type unit, man. Oh, this is why, more so than anything, the HP restriction is stuff that I really hate, because it's just like that Android 18 is basically like the weakest unit on the team, I would imagine. Like, yeah, because like now, like who is gonna get hurt on this rotation? One of these Cell Juniors are gonna do damage to these LR cells? Like, no. No. Is Android 16 gonna take damage? No, because he has 200% defense and he has the ability to guard against all attacks. So this is why, like, I hate. I could almost live with Gohan. Like, if Gohan could transform Super Saiyan 2 turn 1 with Android 16 on the team, I would not hate Gohan nearly the way I do. Like, at that point, it's like, okay, it's unfortunate the way Gohan is set up, but at least on the Android/Cell Saga team, he immediately goes Super Saiyan 2 every single time. Like, I would have no issues with that. But, fortunately, that's not the way it's set up. You know, the HP restriction is tough. It's a very, very big annoyance. So here we go. Like, we're just going to continue to have issues here. We're not going to see this, the transformation on this, on this fight right here. I mean, at least, you know, let's see what Gohan gets up to right here. 3.66. That's very good. That's not bad. I mean, Gohan and 16 are going to be an interesting sort of 1-2 combo. Now, Gohan is going to get way better, by the way, once this supposed LR Super Saiyan Goku drops, which I think is coming. He drops, and he, I think, could be a really nasty buff for our boy Gohan. So, okay, I feel like we looked at the Android/Cell Saga team enough. Not really too much else for us to cover. Like, we saw the rotations we wanted with 16. We know that he guards attacks and stuff. So let me head over to just like the Android category team, and let's see how 16 is going to look just, you know, without the extra 100% defense and without his, you know, support type passives basically active. All right, guys, now we're over here on the Android category team. Now, again, 16, he's going to be solid here. He's still going to be a good defensive option. You know, right here, we're still at over 100k defense, which is very good. Even for stuff like Super Battle Road, 100k defense, that's like, you're going to be fine, right? So, like, 16 is still going to be good over here, but I think his role will probably be served a bit better by Tech Android 16. I think Tech Android 16, like, is a pretty similar card, but Tech Android 16 also raises his defense on super attack. Actually, I want to pull up the Tech Android 16 just side by side so I can take a look. The other thing too is that both Tech Android 16 and this INT 16, they both are actually super type allies. That's an important thing to remember. Like, we could still get another like Android 16 from the Android/Cell Saga that is an extreme type ally. I know the other INT Android 16, the Super Strike one, he actually is an extreme card. So, like, you know, we easily could get, like, another extreme Android 16. We could get, like, a 16, 17, and 18 LR. There's a lot of stuff that they could still do with a lot of these units. I don't know. I like this Android 16, right? But, again, he's just really more so designed for one team. And, you know, you could say that with all four of these cards, really. Well, I guess LR Cell probably travels the best on all of his different category teams, and the other three units do, right? Like, LR Gohan is restricted for his transformation, but he's still good on the other teams, I guess. Then, you know, of course, Android 16 needs a Gohan unit, basically, and then the Cell Junior basically needs to be on an artificial life form team, or just on a team with a lot of cells on it. Really will get it done. Okay, so now we have this rotation right here with two support type units. What's his defense at? 100k. Okay, so Let's see what number Android 16 is able to get to here. Again, there's not really too much I could show off with him on the Android category team or the Artificial Lifeform category team, which he's also on. We are getting his guard ability. I mean, he is there at a 1 million attack stat. You know, that's good. The fact that he does get around this 1 million area, that is good for him, considering how strong he is defensively, right? But really, this card's main focus and main use is definitely going to be on that Android/Cell Saga category team. So, all right, now that we've looked at Android 16 a lot, let's go ahead and look at all the details of his card. You know, let's see what makes him good and bad. Our boy Android 16, they did a good job with him. I mean, I guess, really, this is a card we needed, right? Because this is Android 16. If you guys look, he has the Capsule Corp, you know, logo on, you know, because that's after Bulma and her father, you know, they repaired him, basically, right? Like, they repaired his head, and then they slapped that Capsule Corp logo on over the Red Ribbon Army logo. And, you know, that's what this Android 16 is. This is basically Android 16 from the Cell games, right? So, let's go ahead and see what he's all about. Alright, so this is newly acquired Chance, Android 16. His leader skill is the Android/Cell Saga category key 3 and 120% of stats, so that is nice. This is something I really do like that they're doing with a lot of these like banner units, free-to-play units. They really are giving a lot of options as like secondary leaders for these teams. And like, let's be real, like, you know, with how powerful some of these units are, let's say you pull LR Gohan, right? And you get Android 16. You know, you just bring like a friend like Cell or something like that. Like you're gonna go through every single event. Like, you know, it's the team is strong. Like it's a very strong team. And like, you know, even for like something like Dokkan Battlefield, like you have 2 free-to-play options. You could run the Krillin. Well, okay, 16's not free-to-play, but Krillin is free-to-play, and this 16 you run as your, you know, 2 leaders for the Android/Cell Saga team. They're giving us a lot of options for leaders on these teams, and it's just something I really like, right? 16 super attack is the Rocket Punch, which does supreme damage and massively lowers defense. Pointless. He should have raised defense, honestly. His passive skill for the Earth is 100% attack and defense. Then he has a high chance of guarding all attacks. And then if there's a Super Saiyan Gohan or Super Saiyan 2 Gohan attacking in the same turn, 16 gets an extra 100% defense, and all allies get 3 key and 50% attack. So that's nuts. Like, he is really good. But obviously, he's designed specifically for, like, basically the Cell Saga team, right? His links are Android Assault, Mechanical Menaces, Gentleman, Tough as Nails, Infinite Energy, Rival Duo, and Fierce Battle. So his links are pretty bad. I mean, it's just Rival Duo and Fierce Battle. Like, you know, things like Mechanical Menaces, like, look at who's on this. Arale, Android 16, and Giru. Like, are you kidding me? Is this a joke? Like, why did they do this? Like, he doesn't need Mechanical Menaces. Give him Shocking Speed. Give him a legitimate link. Give him something that has value. Something that has meaning. Not Mechanical Menaces, a +1 key link. I mean, one good thing is he does have Gentleman. That is actually helpful because LR INT Cell has got it. So that's cool. So that they will link up a little bit better. So that's not too bad. But, you know, outside of that, 16's links are pretty bad. His 12 key multiplier is 140%, which is fine for how good of a unit he is defensively and as a support type unit. This guy is not supposed to do damage. Like, he'll do a very decent amount of damage, a very solid amount of damage, but that's not what he's about. He's about defense. And then finally, our boy is on 3, count them, 3 category teams. He is on the Android team where he'll be solid again, but I do think Tech 16 is going to fulfill that role a little bit better than the Android 16 is. Then he's also on the Artificial Lifeform team. Again, same thing. Tech 16 will fill the role better over there. And then obviously on the Android and Cell Saga team, bam, that's where this Android 16 is a real problem, and he is a beast overall. So let me know what you guys think of our boy Android 16. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.